Hi, welcome to Smack Talk. I'm your host, Thomas LaGrasse.
I'm Noah.
I'm Christina.
I'm Deja.
And I'm Jacob.
And today we're going to be talking about what makes a gamer. So, to start out, what do you guys think makes a gamer? We'll start with you, Noah.
I think that in order to be a gamer, you have to really go after a diverse set of, games that, cover everything. So like bad games like Sonic 06 and good games that are frequently played like Call of Duty.
Are you ever going to stop talking about Sonic 06?
Nintendo.
Are you ever going to stop talking about Sonic 06?
Nintendo's great. Undertale is life. And I think that's pretty much all I have to say on the topic, A love of games, maybe.
All right. Well, I'd have to agree with Noah. I think a range of games is pretty important to be a gamer. You can't just be like, oh, I play all shooter games. I'm a gamer. Yeah, what's up, guys? CS:GO. If you only play one style of game, that's not really truly being a gamer. I mean, then you don't understand the gaming industry, really, because there's many different genres and many different takes on games. So, I don't know. It just seems pretty narrow-minded, so I agree with Noah.
I don't. I think anyone who just loves playing games as a pastime or profession should be counted as a gamer. Like, what does it matter? What if they can't play? Like, I can't play first-person shooters because they make me nauseous.
Same here. Oh, no, not nauseous.
Not nauseous.
I just suck.
I have to agree with Deja. You two are wrong. Not just because somebody doesn't play all ranges of games doesn't mean that they're not a gamer. Like my brother, my 10-year-old brother, he plays sports games exclusively.
He plays sports games. That's what you say.
He loves sports and he plays sports video games. So is he not a gamer?
No.
He plays sports games.
I don't think he can
That's
truly
what you say.
appreciate games because he only plays one style of games. Like, to say games
Well, he's
in general,
tried other styles of games.
Yeah.
I've gotten him to try other styles of games, but he just doesn't get into it like he does with sports games. Does that mean he can't be a gamer?
I don't see
Doesn't mean he can't be.
The title of gamer should be more than just one style of game, though. If you're going to claim to be a gamer, you should be more, knowledgeable in the field of games in general.
What about people that just play nostalgic games or just old-style arcade games? Are they not gamers? I mean, they played the original games.
Yeah, they're not all shooter games, though, and they're not all just RPGs.
They're not all just one type.
What about people
They
who
weren't
play...
even they weren't even RPG games. I mean, talking about the coin slot arcade games.
What about the
Like
games...
my mom played those games.
Oh, those.
What about
those
people
are
who play
puzzle
emulators? Are they not gamers either? No, they can't be gamers. They just like to play Super Mario. They like to play the original Sonic. They're not gamers
See,
at all.
You just
That's exactly what you're
diversified.
saying.
There's a lot of different styles within
You're
emulators, though. It's not just one. I just think you should at least have a broad variety of it. Not just one style.
Okay, put it this way. If you buy a PS4 with one game on it as the edition, and you never go to a game store again, never get a free game, and never... Well, okay, get a free game. I said that already.
We get that hypothetical.
Then you just play that game and you own a PS4. If you have more than one game, to me, you can be like a gamer or something because you diversify. You don't just play one thing as like a pastime or something like that. For instance, my roommate only plays CS:GO, and he'll say he's a gamer, and I'll look at him like, you know nothing about any of the game. I'll ask him who Mario is, and he'll say he doesn't know, and I'll just be like,
Mario? Okay.
So,
you can tell me every gun, but you can't tell me who the face of gaming is.
So, one of the questions I have for you is, if you're a kind of person who plays just like mobile or Facebook games, do you still count as a gamer?
Yeah.
Basically what I'm asking is, would my mom count as a gamer?
I will not comment on that. I will wait my turn.
Way to make that personal, Thomas.
Yeah,
I'm afraid to
I
answer
will
now.
not speak on that subject, Christina.
Okay, alright, just mobile games? Well, I think mobile games can also be different styles. Like, I've seen puzzle games that are on mobile, and then I have, like, for instance, this arcade game, which is just a kitty game. It's Neko Atsune. I mean, literally, just kitty cats in a yard. But I also play lots of other ones, which are, like, story-based. So, yeah, I could see her being a gamer.
Yeah. That's why they have like the term like casual gamer.
Is it just Candy Crush?
Like nostalgic gamers,
but there also are different
retro
types
gamers.
within a casual game. Like, it's not just
crap.
arcade.
What about someone who just was like 50 hours in the Candy Crush?
Oh my gosh, as long as they play
got it.
other games.
I mean,
Okay, honestly.
it's not just Candy Crush,
this is
guys.
Candy Crush.
50 hours in the Call of Duty or spreading out 50
Sorry,
hours.
I didn't do it.
Honestly, if
broke
you play
the
Candy Crush for 50 hours or more, I have to make an exception here Because you just sacrificed your life.
Oh my goodness.
But what's the difference
you need
between
something
50
in
hours and
return
like
for
in something
that.
like Dragon Age or Call of Duty or spreading that out between like 6 games?
No,
What's
no,
the difference?
It's only for Candy Crush, because Candy Crush
Okay,
now tell me
What
something.
about Angry Birds?
Oh gosh, Angry Birds.
I mean, so you can stick a lot of time.
You use
You
different
can.
birds. That means you're
yeah, totally.
Or that
don't just
Subway
exclusively
Chasers
go
game.
red.
I have lost many hours to that Subway Chasers and like.
Oh yeah.
Subway Surfers?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, I just lost so many hours just going.
Just
Wait,
Yeah,
what time
I tried
is
to
it?
do it
Okay.
for the
I've
record.
lost so many hours to like Cookie Clicker. Like,
Okay,
that'll-
no.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I
I
have to
love
cut the
those
line.
too.
I have to draw the line there.
Oh.
Really?
Oh, that's where his line's drawn.
Really?
It's
What's
because
your
it's
score?
you. It's because it's
What's
you.
your
That's
score?
why.
What's your score? Tell me
There's-
now.
I remember I
My
deleted
friend
it a
zone is
while
like
ago.
in the trillions.
I
Right now.
deleted it like a year ago. I played it for a while. and
Basically,
it
what
just-
we're saying is yes, absolutely. She can be a gamer. You can tell her that now.
Because they use. I think
So
it's
wait a
'cause they
minute.
use the
You're
same.
saying
Mom,
I
if you're
think
watching, you're a gamer.
I think it's because they use the same skills. Like it's some type of critical thinking and hand-eye coordination. I think that's what makes a gamer a gamer.
There we go. So you've now said that people who can't play a diversity of games can't be gamers, but people who play Facebook games alone or mobile games alone can
Because
be.
there are a variety of styles of games within the Facebook games and mobile games, which is what I already clarified.
Okay, so if I were to say I only play RPG games, I only play Fallout 4, I only play games that
I
are
would
Those
accept
aren't
you.
Have an
Facebook or
RPG.
mobile games, but okay.
I would accept
so
you as
I'm
a
not
gamer.
so I'm not a gamer. If
No,
I don't
it's
if I-
just that that's not Facebook or mobile games, which is the topic we were on. But okay.
Okay, so you're telling me if you just play like RPG games?
if I just played RPG
Just
games.
Well, there are more than. Okay, so
There's a lot of different
give me one RPG
ways.
game you play.
Okay.
Fallout 4.
Give me another.
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem.
Oh,
You
that's
don't just play
strategic.
Fallout 4.
That's like it's not.
But then
just,
you're saying I'm only playing one game in particular. You
yeah,
talked
that's what I
about
just
buying a
said.
PS4 and getting one game. That wasn't what
Exclusively
we
and never getting another and just playing that one.
What
exclusively,
if they
but
put,
not
like,
to
100 hours
diverse
into
into
it?
another
It was
type
like
of
specifying
genre.
his
Yeah.
roommate more accurately.
To another type of genre. That's what you were talking about. You're
Some
talking about to one
RPGs
game.
I was talking about both genres and different games. Because say for instance, you're like me and her, and you just suck at FPS games, right? But take it broad scale. What if you suck at every game except for puzzle games? If you play puzzle games with an S, then you can be a gamer, a puzzle gamer or something like that. But if you just play like 2048 only to pass the time, then you're not really a gamer. You just play 2048 to pass the time.
Then you just changed your opinion. You just did. You
no,
said if
I
you
said-
play one genre, then you're not a gamer.
No, I
then
said if
you
you just play
said
one
if you
game.
play one game alone, you're not a gamer.
So moving on, before you mentioned casual gamers, so that kind of segues into our next topic. So there's like this whole stigma with you're either a hardcore gamer or a casual gamer. So is there really a difference, and is like the hardcore gaming community the only real gaming community? Like if you play games on easy mode, you're not a gamer. Is that?
No, I have a problem with people who this is a stigma that playing games on easy is a problem. Like it's there for a reason. What about people who've never played these type of games? They need the easy modes to ease their way in, and then you're bashed for doing something you can't do yet. I have a problem with that, like a big problem. Like, and then you go to normal, then you go to hard, insane, lunatic, or whatever. Like most people don't start off on lunatic, not their first like FPS or whatever.
Is it even unlocked? Is it even unlocked yet on most games? You just
Most games you have to unlock it
Yeah,
by
I know.
playing like hard
Yeah,
or
sometimes.
medium.
the game needs to know you can
Well,
do this.
I come from the opposite point of view. I've always been like, games are challenging, and being a hardcore gamer means like you just want to challenge yourself. So you don't start off on easy, but people who put down the easy people, that's kind of not fair, because especially if you want to ease into it, of course, that's what easy is for. But I think as a hardcore gamer myself, like, you'd always challenge yourself, and therefore you just don't go for whatever's easy. But to make fun of them is not very nice.
Well,
but I think there is a difference between the two. I think as a hardcore gamer, you have to try and strive to do things that are out of your comfort zone, which is hence why there is easy to try and slowly ease you out of it. But as a hardcore gamer, you're just out there. You're just trying everything and seeing what happens and just trying to get the most out of it.
I guess.
What about people who nowadays games offer, like, while you're playing the game, like, to change the difficulty, like Fallout 4, you can change the game
Like
from
Fallout 4.
easy. I'm just
What
thinking about
isn't
it.
a reference to Fallout 4? That is my question. Right?
Shut up.
New topic.
You can change, like, in a lot of games nowadays, all types of games. You can change it from easy, medium, hard, insane in game while you're playing it, so you can ease into it. You can consider people who stop it. Do you consider people who change from easy to like medium to hard while they get further into the game, do you consider them like casual players or do you consider them hardcore?
I think the difference between casual and hardcore would be how often you play. I mean, as a casual gamer, it's implied that, yeah, you casually play throughout time. But as a hardcore gamer, you literally make the time to actually play games and get further within that amount of time. So more of efficiency rather than just playing it casually and just getting wherever.
I disagree with that.
For
I don't
me,
think it's about how much time you put in. If you don't have the time.
Well, it's effective. How much time you actually use. It has to be efficient. Like,
are we counting the cutscenes and the loading screens? We counting those as
no,
your time too?
Cutscenes are outrageous. Like Witcher 3. Oh my goodness. But
that counts as your game time. But what if someone doesn't have the time to play?
It's just being more like, for instance, with like studying. Like, okay, you're gonna take an hour, but you're gonna try and use the most out of that hour instead of people who take like 3 hours to study. Like, because they just think they have all the time in the world to study. But then you have people who are like, okay, an hour, and I'm going to get the most out of it I can.
What if some people just need an hour? What if some people need 3 hours to get past one level? They're not counted as hardcore?
Well, maybe they're just working to get hardcore.
What if they're trying to find everything?
Hardcore gamers
what if they're trying to
3 hours sometimes, too. Like,
what if there's like Easter eggs and collectibles they're trying to find? They want to find everything and get 100% in the game. What about that?
Yeah, completionists.
Ooh, completionists.
Like,
are they hardcore? That is a good question.
What about
I think
Batman Arkham Knight?
Oh man.
Okay, if there's a different ending.
To complete that.
Some semi-spoiler. There's a different ending if you get 100%. You get everything. You get the Riddler, you get everything.
Don't you have to be a completionist to technically get the true ending to that game? The real ending to Arkham Knight, you have to 100% the game.
But it only offers one extra cutscene. But that extra cutscene changes your view on the whole thing.
As a professional cookie clicker gamer myself, I tend to click at an average of about 20 per second. So I think I'm a hardcore gamer myself.
And yet you mock me for playing it?
It's a joke.
You get out.
Okay, let me put it this way. As a Flappy Bird professional myself, I tend to average about 10. You see where I'm going with this? Those are kind of like the casual games to like, it's fun to pass the time. To me.
Isn't that what hardcore gamers do? They just put more hours into it? I mean,
no, I'm trying to define a game as like a casual game, as like a pastime game.
So what does hardcore mean?
So
no one can agree on that.
Okay, a casual gamer would pick up, say, Dishonored. They would choose any difficulty mode they wanted. They'd play through, they'd love the story, and they'd beat the game once. A hardcore gamer would go through the game, kill all of their allies, don't kill the final boss, and then find 100 different ways to kill him in the end. By suspending him over a bridge. Just 100 ways on the bridge.
I played Dishonored. I did the first option.
You killed him off the bridge, or did you just kill him when he said kill him?
Well, the second time I did that, but
so
that's because I played Dishonored.
I did a pacifist run through. I tried not to kill anyone because I wanted to see the story evolve. The next time, I killed everything I could. I loved that ending, and now I'm going for 100%. Which is harder than it sounds because the coins are everywhere. The coins are everywhere. The coins.
Oh gosh.
I don't even care about anything else. The coins.
Are they
beating heart
generated, or did they put them there on purpose?
They put them there on purpose. There's one coin like this like sewage pipe.
Yeah.
That you need a max blink to get to, and I'm just like,
so wait,
it's
why?
5. Why?
What about this? Do you consider hardcore gamers completionists? To do everything possible within the game? Do you consider that?
I think a completionist can be a hardcore gamer, and it's mostly a hardcore gamer. I don't think you're really a casual gamer at that point if you want to complete like everything in a game. For most games, because completing everything is really in and of itself a challenge.
Yeah.
It really is.
Some games completing everything is like let me give an example. I wouldn't say Minecraft all achievements.
Oh goodness.
That's actually kind of hard. I'm trying to find a game with like the easiest possible like completionist, and I can't think of one.
Here's my problem with this whole thing, with casual and hardcore gamers. Okay.
Okay, 3-star on Angry Bird. Bam! I did it.
Oh.
You done? Are you done? Are you done?
Sorry, I just gotta like quit my cookie clicker right now. Go on.
Here's my problem with it. I like to play games for the enjoyment. I like to play games often. I like to play games to see everything they have to offer. People debate whether I'm a hardcore gamer or or a casual gamer? I consider myself a casual gamer because I like to
are.
play it at my leisure.
You are.
I'm a filthy casual.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
You would have if I hadn't said it
I think
first.
gamer is just better
Filthy
than
casuals are
breaking
reserved
into
for
casual.
people I just dislike and who treat the games wrongly. Okay.
You
If
just
play
dislike.
Cookie Clicker.
You hear that,
with
everyone?
Only clicking.
Only people
then-
know what this like can be filthy casuals.
Yes, that's right. So you would have been a filthy casual, but then you.
So before we run out of time, I do have one last question. So besides, playing games with different kinds of categories, are there really other things that determine whether you're a gamer? For example, do your age or your sex or your gender or your race have anything to do with whether or not you're a gamer?
You can only be a hardcore gamer in Call of Duty if you're 12-year-old.
I was going to, I was going to make that joke. I just wasn't sure where to fit that in, but you did it perfectly.
So anything else, I wouldn't really call you a hardcore gamer. I'm just going to change my opinion right now. You can only be hardcore if you're 12-year-olds and you play Call of Duty. That's it.
Now, hang on a second. I have a roommate who's been playing Call of Duty every night, screaming at the TV, worse than the 8-year-olds who are screaming with a microphone.
How old is he?
He's in college. He's my roommate. He's 18.
No longer a hardcore gamer. Only 8 to 13. That's it.
age does matter.
Oh, wait a minute. He's a worse screamer than half the 8-year-olds who play the game. What does that make
you
him?
see,
No,
they're
hardcore
8-year-olds,
is
so
who
their
gets all
vocal
the
cords break
Pokemon.
early. So
Yeah,
therefore-
yeah, totally.
That's a
All
hardcore game. But
Pokemon.
those who collect all the Pokemon, like my roommate did that.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god. Yes.
Oh,
she has all of them.
All of
and-
them.
She has
Yep.
all.
Yep.
Without cheating.
Nope. No cheating. She
How
has
long
all
is she
of them.
playing?
How long has that taken?
She
Holy
started on
crap.
Omega Ruby, so she's been only playing for a few months. She has all of them, and not just one that evolved. She has every single
Please
evolution.
tell her I said thank
Oh
you
my
for contributing
God.
to the hardcore community.
I know. And I haven't.
Your
done it.
roommate is what we call the infinite gamer.
They're going for their achievements that
I
never
haven't
end.
put that much hours in the Pokemon.
It's like Stanley Parable.
Put her
when
on
you get the
Achievement
baby
Hunter.
ending.
Let's see that. Put her
Yeah.
on Achievement Hunter.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
Oh my god.
Actually, I have to change something I said again.
Oh boy.
That and when you play Stanley Parable and you get the baby
Oh.
ending, then you are also a hardcore gamer.
Wow.
That is 4 hours of button clicking.
4 hours of constant button clicking.
No,
I don't think anybody
not
wants to
cookies.
sit there.
Yeah, but it's not like Cookie Clicker where you can just like auto do it. You have to do it physically.
I think that's just sad.
That's
It's just sad.
No, I saw a YouTuber
really
do
is.
it. The ending is almost worth it.
Almost.
3.5 hours, I would do it.
Wow.
4 hours, no. That's that extra 30 minutes that like kicks out the ballpark. I can't be hardcore.
Dang.
I'm a filthy casual.
I would fall asleep trying to do
Fall
that.
asleep.
I would fall asleep just like I'm clicking the buttons, just like
No, you have to move. You have to click, then move, then click.
I would hit my head on the
Yeah, it's a
keyboard.
back and
Yeah,
forth
you have to move back and forth because they
Oh my
add
goodness.
stuff into the
Yeah.
game
I haven't
while
done
doing
that.
that.
gosh.
it is the
Do I get a
baby,
partner?
and
Is someone
spoilers.
spot me?
No, there's a
Spoilers.
baby, you're by
Then a
yourself.
dog.
You're screwed.
And then he constantly talks to you. And I think at one point he plays like sleepy music for you to actually go to sleep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
They're
Wow.
trying to
that right
make
there
you
would've
fall
had-
asleep.
Wow.
I tried to do it.
Wow, that's
I
intense.
did
I
it.
fell asleep.
I thought I was supposed to leave, and then I saw it was an actual ending, and
I
I
think
thought
it's just
I
taking
thought
advantage of
he
human
wasn't
nature.
serious.
Not wanting to
Advantage
lose.
of human nature.
The instinct that we don't want to lose.
I want
Yeah.
that
That's
achievement.
all that
on
game
Steam.
is doing.
I want that achievement.
That
That right there.
The baby ending actually kind of reminds me. There's this game that my dad told me about. It's called like Desert Bus,
Yeah.
and you have to like drive a bus through the desert, and it takes like hours to complete a round. And so people will
Yes.
like
Yes.
play this in teams, and you can't just make the bus go automatically because it'll just like slightly.
Oh, so you
veer
have to
the
keep it
left or
on
the right.
track.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
Evil. Oh.
Yeah.
Can you use
Hours.
You know what would make that
PlayStation
game?
wheel?
You know what would make that
Sell
game funny?
those?
You know what would make that
No.
game funny? If like your driver starts to fall asleep and you have to click something to keep waking him back up.
Oh.
It's just like
Oh my god.
Oh man.
But-
That is where you have a computer program that taps the A button for you continuously.
So do we
turbo
have,
mode.
do we have anything else we want to say on the topic of what makes a gamer?
Playing only CS:GO.
Wow.
CS:GO and Call of Duty.
I'm looking at you.
8 years old, screaming at the TV.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Okay, if you pay $60, then that game is yours. But if you pay $60 for Fallout 4, get everything within the first week, you, my friend, are no longer casual or hardcore. You, my friend, have breached the zone, and you are now a no-lifer, as I like to call it.
No-lifer.
It's like reaching level 250 in MapleStory in like the first month.
I feel like you've done
Oh
that.
gosh.
No.
Have you?
No. No one has done that yet.
Yeah, no one.
You crossed the line there. You're not supposed to go there.
Well, that's
You're
when
not
you're playing
supposed to go
24 hours, 24/7. You have
No,
to
that's
do
not
that.
24/7. That's like 32/7. And that's
Well, I think that's all the
Yeah.
time we have for today.
Aw.
So we will see you next time on Smack Talk.
hardcore gamers.